Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 110 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where we keep working on plastic, and we have just been making the base few parts of this so far. We have got to methanol. We still need to bring green metal catalyst, but we will do that later, I think. Unless we should just go do it now. Maybe that's an idea. Sure, let's go do it now, because then we can see everything works so far. So we need, first of all, metal catalyst carriers, and we probably need a lot. Where would something like that be? Probably in here. From iron. So we need to bring a lot of iron, because I think we're just making production of that locally. Do we have iron storage anywhere? We have some in a chest right here. So I've been trying to make a filter here for what sort of stuff I don't want. And I definitely do not want any of these. Let's start with this amount of iron. We have the assembling machine, so that should be fine. These are basically done. We need aluminium and silver. And we're making that down here somewhere. So this is silver. This is aluminium, I guess. So yeah, the aluminum ore is here. That is a little bit hard to get out, but we can do it, I believe. Where would we want to do all of this? We have a good amount of space in here, so I guess that's a good place. This is silver. Bring that up. And grab aluminium somehow. Can get it out here, I think. If nothing else, if we just make a few adjustments. Something like this. And then we have to mix it with this. Let's just do that. I'm not gonna do anything already here because I do not know what we will do with this area in the future. And we just need 2 assembling machines. I'll put something to somewhere. And we need to produce the carriers locally. Oh, not entirely locally, but down here somewhere. And we need them to be brought in on a belt as well. That's just gonna go here. So how would we end up doing that with priority to actually... When we spend one of these catalysts, we get the carrier back. So we need the used carriers to be prioritized. Do I not have any more belt? Really? Dang it. Well, let's go grab some more. But I think we can just... well, output them to the same belt that brings the used carriers back. If the used carriers are backed up, then we won't output any new ones, and if they're not, then we output new. And I just put that just there because maybe we need a buffer. I just need it built. Let's not go too far then. Let's start there. Good. So these two machines will make 7.5. We could just scale that up to a full build. And later on up to a full red build, I guess. If we ever need to. So the used metal catalyst will be coming in here. And I guess new ones will just be made right here. And I don't want to bring extra iron for that, so we just, I mean on a build, so we just put some in a chest. Yeah, for each 1,000 iron we brought here we get 2,000 carriers, so we have more than 8,000 carriers in waiting here. And they will be put into this chest. I think that's the greatest idea. As again, if we have the used carriers coming back, we need those to be prioritized. Just trying to figure out if we will, or if we can get into a situation where machines over here can't output their used carriers because we are backed up all the way back to here. That will be a lot of carriers, of course, but it's not impossible. But as soon as they start outputting used carriers, they will get here and possibly back up this whole belt, and then this won't output. And then we still have the full belt as a buffer of them outputting before we use all of this. So yeah, it should be fine. This shouldn't be able to output if we are any, or if we have any backup. Actually, I think we could put this anywhere really. It would still be prioritizing the used belt. Maybe with the exception of in here, I'm not entirely sure about that. But now we are keeping it right here. Anyway, we need green metal catalysts. That's the output, that's input, and this is metal carrier input. So something like that. For these to work full speed, we need to input and output a lot of stuff. Also, let's just cut this here, because we need to figure out where it goes and what we mix it with on a belt. I guess red metal catalysts, but yeah. So these, we only do need half a belt, I guess. Which is a little stupid, because I scaled this for a full belt. But let's still output the full belt from here. Optimize that a little bit. Because maybe at some point we need to output more than we have plans for currently. But for now we just want to merge this with a red metal catalyst belt, and we are not making that yet, but whatever. So we will end up with 2 belts of carriers, or catalysts. Let's just put those here. At least 1 belt coming back. But if we actually have full throughput on these 2 belts, we will need 2 carrier belts coming back. So let's just plan for that already. Yeah. I guess we are just planning a new belt entirely here, or a new 4 belts. Some of those power poles will be a little bit in the way, but it's fine. So that one will be this green and red. Come on. Delete, dang it. So we only want these on one side of that belt. How will we manage that? And just for future reference, what does it take to make red? Copper and iron. So we will probably do that up here somewhere. We actually have both of those right here. Could just do it already. So those would probably be put on the left side of this belt, so we want the green on the bottom or right side. And, well, we can just do that out there, I guess. What are the plans with all of these? We want this to be undergrounded. This needs to go on the right side of this belt. And we can just put it onto something else as well if we want to. Onto another belt. If we want the full belt output. Good. So we can bring this to our petrochemical area now. So we have enough belts to get it done. It does look like we do. It's very close though. Good. So we need 2 belts of input and 2 belts of output for this. Maybe we should just re-evaluate these. Because the green metal catalyst will come on the top, so that would be easiest to have on the far side here. But for now, let's just get it in there. And then this output needs to go there. And another output comes out there. Some point, and another input comes in here at some point somehow. I am not gonna worry about that just yet, as long as we get our green metal catalysts all the way up here. And we should after quite a while. And for now, of course, we are limited by the carriers, but that's fine. Did I bring any of these myself? No. I did, however, bring a little bit of ore. Is that enough to mix up? Yes. So we now have methanol. Good. And we bring some of our used carriers back. I didn't run that belt all the way. That's too bad. For now, let's just move on here. So we need to make steam for these crackers. And that could just be fed directly, I think. So this one, I just want to see. Oh, we can do methane to methanol, I guess, but that's not for us yet. So yes, we can do this. Like that, and underground here. Have the outputs there. And this just needs water. How much? 40 per second with a crafting speed of 1, so one of these. I think this is how we want to start at least. Now we basically need one liquefier for each steam cracker as well. So we could just directly feed this in. I still think we want the propane on the fluid bus. That's fine. So something like this should work, I think. This makes liquid plastic. And again, we can just directly input that to an assembling machine if we want to. Because we don't need the liquid plastic for anything but plastic, right? And this is the ingredient. Okay, yeah, only for this. So there's no reason to put that on the fluid bus. It would be nice if that fit in next to this, but it doesn't really, unless we run a pipe down anyway. We need to put this on filled, of course. And then we have plastic. This is good. I think this is everything. Again, we need to be able to burn any excess of this for now. Also, the oxygen is already at the max. And that needs to be burned as well. But I think we can just try and get this stuff to work by powering everything up. Chance we can do this with just 2. No. Too bad. Let's put these here then. How fast is this production? not very fast. But we need 15 of these crackers. And we need to balance the output, of course. How many is that? 12. I think we're just going up to 16 just because then the bells are actually balanced correctly. I am out of nanobots apparently, of all things. Okay, we have plastic now. It's not gonna run forever because of the fluids that we're not handling, but I see. I guess we can just put that next to these. Let's start with actually bringing this back. And we're out of belt. Oh well. So belt and nanobots is something we need quite a lot. Whoops. I don't have any nanobots to replace that. I guess that means I really should just replace it because I'm gonna forget it otherwise. Belt. Let's just bring a lot and put some of it in here. Something like that. And let's go to the green metal catalyst production and just drag the belt from there. Let's just do this part manually though. So this will end up coming down here, and that's a little bit annoying. Still will not work unless we just do this. I think I like this better for looks, so let's do that. And this is fine. Everything is fine. Good, let's carry us. We're not taking it more because we have plenty of the methanol. Good. We have too much of this stuff. Let's hope I brought enough of everything, but I didn't. Because I only took what was absolutely necessary, but I scaled everything up to just directly insert. So let's go back for more boilers, at least, and more liquefiers and more inserters. But then I believe we are almost done with plastic. Inserters. Liquefier 2s and steam crackers. I think. No boilers, of course. Did I really bring enough steam crackers? I might have actually brought the exact amount that we needed. That's nice. We need to bring more tier 1 liquefiers here. Let's just grab some. Let's just bring our car with us so we don't have to come back over here in a bit. Liquefiers goes in there, and boilers comes from here. Good. That's everything there. Now we need to take care of our excess gases, I guess. And are we just gonna overflow into a flare stack, or are we going to a storage tank? I think we need more hydrogen than oxygen at any point. So I don't think we want to be burning that. I guess we could try and make it a little bit smarter. But do we want to? Nah. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So let's just flare stack any excess oxygen. Then this should keep running and make enough hydrogen. Don't want to burn any excess of carbon dioxide unless we at some point make it as a byproduct of something else. This is fine. We don't want this to run if it's full. Propane, even if we're full on residual gas. So I guess we burn any excess residual gas. So that should keep the plastic flowing. Don't have enough methanol to keep all of those machines running. Why is that? Because of hydrogen and because that was just limited. Then we should see it start up again, I guess. Except that this probably can't take care of all of the oxygen. It cannot. So some of these are still output blocked. So we could do something like this at other places. That is correct. These are all done, but let's have a look here. How much of this are we producing? 500 per second. That requires at least 3 of these. Until we start using some of it. It's good. Now this should all be happy, producing all the hydrogen we need. Why is this? Still lack hydrogen though. think we're just working on filling some machines with hydrogen. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe my calculations were wrong, but in any case, we have plastic. Let's just go work with that now. I don't care too much if this is not the correct ratio, to be honest. And of course, we needed the plastic for advanced circuits. And now I think we have everything to begin working on components for the advanced circuit board. Unless this is annoying. We need resin. Yeah, so we need to take a look at that. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.